just after the second match day 2 of the Premier League or second matches of the Premier League. It's like Londoners. The Londoners are taking over of the Premier League table, top of the Premier League table. Meanwhile, the Manchesters are losing out points and also goals in the Premier League so far. Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim, my players are more fitter and confident this season. After describing the situation as bad or not good for Manchester United, this is what he has to say. And hey, two games, 1 point. Arsenal. Why Arsenal will be most successful this season for Arteta. Chelsea 5, West Ham United 1. But Arteta, Arsenal does it more. 5-0 against Leeds United. And Tottenham was able to dismantle Manchester City by 2-0 in Etihad Sports Stadium. What is going on with Pep Guardiola? If you just join us and you are new, hey, with me is Ima and Eddie. Hey, hit the subscription button, like and share the video. Jack.
Yeah.
Even some teams are with 29 games with 28 points. Ima, what do you describe that situation as? This was a 3 points available for them. Referee helps, VAR helped them, but then still they could not get that situation handled on.
Now, if you say VAR helped them, I don't think it's a right statement. Yeah, they just had their penalty, so it's not like VAR helped them. It was just a penalty, and there's nothing we can do about it. But yeah, as you were saying, Ruben Amorim's performance, I feel like it's still early days yet, so I can't properly assess him with these 2 games. First of all, he played against Arsenal, and he traveled to Craven Cottage today to play against Fulham. Though he got a point today, so it wasn't that bad, but for me, I was hoping Manchester United was going to win this game, but unfortunately for them, they just got a point at the Craven Cottage. It's still early days yet. We will still give out Roman Amorim some time. Maybe he will turn things around. But if it should continue this way for the next games, then it will be like they are just microwaving the last season performance for us to eat this season. There's nothing new. It's just microwave food from last season that they are serving us this season. There's nothing new, and there's nothing new.
Continue eating it this season.
Absolutely, yeah. Because if they are continue this way, then definitely there's nothing new they are going to offer us this season. It's just the old ways that Manchester United are going to just bring it again this season.
Yeah. So Eddie, when I said like VAR helped them, if you take a penalty for that instant, and it equally means that the Leno Euro header was supposed to be a foul for Fulham United, but they deliberately refused to check on that. But then afterwards, they still get the goal done, but they failed to hold on to the win for Amorim. Aside from that, if you have a striker like Benjamin Sesko, who has just come 2 games now, he has been on bench. Do you think Amorim is weighing his team wrongly?
Of course, because in today's game, I was like, you're waiting for a striker. We were all looking for a striker. You're waiting for Benjamin Sesko, and he's still on bench. So why did you waiting for the player? In this game, we're looking for a striker who will give us the goals. Because it's not looking for Matthias Cunha and Mbemo to, it has been a bit slow on the side. So we were all thinking probably you will play Benjamin Sesko early, to probably get it as a goal. But sometimes Amorim will do things. You won't understand why he is doing that. He will just come out with some excuses. So, as my brother said, it's still early. 2 games being played, 1 point out of 6. We will just take it, move on, and probably assess the next games as well. But if it things should continue like this, I think we will be hoping for Amorim to be out. Yeah, then he will tend to go back to his Portuguese side. So,
yeah, waiting for Amorim to be out. Meanwhile, he has described the situation as not good, but then his players look more fitter and confidence going into the season. So I still expect more from Amorim and his men because he trusts them, he trusts the process for sure. United has to wait. But then what happened in Etihad Sports Stadium, they bust my mind. Just Jack. Once again, Pep Guardiola, after describing his first Premier League game against Wolves as part of wonderful success, he went on to lose at home in Etihad Sports Stadium. Once again, not any other team but Tottenham. And Thomas Frank was absolutely massive in that structure and the way Tottenham handle City. You could imagine maybe he has been in the club for so long. Eddie, with this, how do you describe Pep Guardiola in that instance? Is it being too stubborn with the kind of players he's gathering or with the kind of players he's allowing to go?
No, with Pep Guardiola, anytime there's a start of season, it's always like that. The guys don't pick up early, so they maybe ahead of the season or in between the season. That's when you see them showing their talent and individual performances. So it's nothing new to the Man City fans and Pep Guardiola as well. But it's just unfortunate playing against, I think, your second game and playing against Tottenham. To be losing 2-0 in front of your fans, it's nothing good. It's nothing good. But Pep Guardiola, sometimes you go in for the small guys, train them to be good, then you'll be using them. So he let, I think, the Bruyne and a couple of players, Grealish, to leave the club. They are no more. But the guys who were in, he so and trust them with, I think, the trophy and the season. So there's more to come on Pep Guardiola's side.
There's more to come on Pep Guardiola's side. Ima, looking at what he has put out during that game, it's a massive game for Manchester City. But then he was able to bench Bernardo Silva, bench Doku, who I thought it was because of Grealish, he usually bench him. Understand Foden was coming back from injury. But then do you think Thomas Frank with Mohamed Kudus and Richarlison was nail on point than Pep Guardiola assessing his own players for the game?
Yeah, I think Thomas Frank and his boys are up to something this season. And mind you, we have to be very careful. You have to, pay attention to what they are doing. So we saw glimpses of what they are going to do this season against Paris Saint-Germain in the Super Cup, but people didn't pay attention to their performance. It was just unfortunate for them to lose out on that trophy, but you can see that there's a new Tottenham Hotspur team that he has put together. You can see they have this determination, they have this passion to play for the club. And when the team is determined in that way and the team is ready to fight, there's no team that can stand before them. That is exactly what they are doing right now. We saw them against Burnley last weekend. The way they played against Burnley, getting the goals and everything. Then they moved on to play Manchester City at their own backyard. I mean the Etihad Sports Stadium, and they gave another spectacular performance, especially in the first half. They got the first 2 goals. They came in the second half. They soaked all the pressure. They blocked all the passing lanes and they made sure that they protect the 2 goals, to victory. And I think, yeah, they are doing a fantastic job. According to their coach, I think some of the players like Mohamed Kudus, they are still new to this system. So it's like the team has not even gelled properly. So if this team is to gel properly and they are to play their normal football, it is going to be very, very scary for the other teams. It's like we are focusing on the big teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, and the Manchester City, but we've not kept a close eye on Tottenham Hotspur. And I feel they are going to be, a very, very strong side this season. You have to watch out for them this season.
Arsenal, what a wonderful and massive game they had in the Emirates Sports Stadium. That is 5-0 against Leeds United. Ima, with the addition of, let me go to Eddie. With the addition of Eberechi Eze, who was on the stance in the pitch, do you think Arsenal can be stopped in this season?
This is going to be interesting with Arsenal increasing their squad with Eze. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Arsenal to be playing good. Used to play good football, and this season they've started very well with a strong side. Bukayo Saka fit, with Gyökeres also in the squad. Eze also now in, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I see Arsenal going fast. So if I'm to take, I think few clubs who are going to do well, I'm going for Arsenal, Liverpool, then Tottenham. Yeah, these are and probably Chelsea. United will come later. Yeah, we are still here.
Like I will hunt you down.
How will you hunt him down?
Ima, Jack, looking at Arsenal performance against Leeds United, I didn't expect that because this was Leeds United that had 3 points against Everton. They don't even wait for you to actually build from behind. They attack and attack and attack. The more you score them, the more they come. But then one thing that busts my mind in the game is Gokere scoring the 2 goals. But then Ateta using Saka on the right and also using Madueke on the left, which was not good terms with me. Even though Saka got injured out and Madueke moved to the right side. Do you think Ateta is overdoing? Because I thought he was buying Madueke to replace Ateta.
Yeah, I think he's not, overdoing, but he's just, trying out the positions that will favor Noni Madueke. Mind you, when Bukayo Saka left the pitch due to injury, he moved to the right side of attack. So that means he's operating from the right to the left. He was. I think for me, I think he was better in that position than playing him on the left side because in the modern day football, most of the left-footed players play on the right, and most of the right-footed players play on the left because they will cut in and give you shots and assist. Yeah, so I feel like it will not work on the left for him. Now, mind you, Eberechi Eze is in the team, so I feel Eberechi Eze, Leandro Trossard, and Martinelli will be good fit for the left side. Sorry. Then Noni Madueke and Bukayo Saka can share the right side position. Bukayo Saka will start the
Don't
game.
forget about the young talent guy. Is it
Max Dorman? Yeah, Max
Dorman?
Dorman. Yeah. Yeah, he's still a young guy, 15 years of age. So we
But
can't.
he was so good coming in.
Yeah, winning a penalty for the team was massive. But I feel like it's between Noni Madueke and Bukayo Saka. Mind you, this even as guy, Ethan Nwaneri too can play on the left, on the right side too, because he's also a left-footed player, so he can also operate, and he can also play in the central midfield too. So it's either he's playing him, Noni Madueke as a number 10, or he's playing him on the right side to fit his style of play. But on the left side, because he's a left-footed, it will be a bit difficult for him. Yesterday he wasn't that bad. He gave a very good performance. So yeah, I think going forward he will improve on his performance.
Yes, going forward, he will improve his performance for sure. And hey, the Londoners, absolutely cracker of a game when West Ham United actually scared the Blues. Yeah, Chelsea with their first goal from Paqueta. And in the end, they had to lose the game by 5 goals to 1 in the London Sports Stadium. Chelsea travel to West Ham to smash it over them. This is a game that was very dicey because going into the game, a lot of people thought, yeah, Chelsea is not going to find it easy. I saw Chelsea team as they are not ready. You look at most of them, they are very sluggish. Some of them seems like they are not actually ready. But going into that game, I expected West Ham to do much. But at the end of the day, Graham Potter and his men just wasn't ready for the Premier League. Do you think moving forward, what should he do to change things for West Ham?
Yeah, for me, I wasn't surprised with the scoreline because this West Ham team, they didn't make any huge purchases. They just allow some of their players to leave the club. They just lost one of their big players in the person of Mohamed Kudus. They didn't make any major signings, to beef up their squad. So I'm not surprised. Just last weekend, new entrants, Sunderland scored them 3-0. So if Chelsea is winning 5-0 against them, I don't think it's a
5-1.
big deal. Sorry, 5-1 against them. I don't think it's a big deal. They're on the path to relegation if they don't change things. Mind you, Graham Potter, after his performance as Chelsea, we all thought he was going to redeem himself with this West Ham team, but it's like he's moving on the same tangent. And yes, he will send the team straight into relegation if he doesn't change his tactics. And maybe in this last few days to the close of the transfer window, they have to make 1 or 2 signings because their team doesn't look good. It's like they don't have a balanced squad. Their team is like not in good shape. Like the players feel tired when you watch them play. It's like all the players are tired. I don't know how they went about with their preseason, but it's clearly showing that they are not in good shape to play in the Premier League this season. They've already conceded about 8 goals in these 2 matches, and it's a very bad record for them. So they have to sit down, go back to the drawing board, and with his backroom staff, they have to sit down and assess the players properly, put them into new training regiments or whatever. Then they can still come back because I feel it's bad for you to even lose for Sunderland. I was like, how do you lose 3-0 against Sunderland? Maybe 1-0, you can say, oh, you can spare them, like it's okay. But 3 goals unanswered, it's very bad. So I wasn't surprised Chelsea scored them 5-1. It is still early days yet there. But I thought if they are to continue this way, then they are going to relegation this season. They are definitely going to relegation.
So, Eddie, with Estavao first start in the Premier League for sure, this is second appearance, but first start for Chelsea, assisting 2 goals and also getting man of the match. Do you think he will be the gem for Premier League?
Wow, so he started the game very well for Chelsea, with getting 2 assists in their last game against West Ham, and also being man of the match. It's a good start for him. And if he should get what the playing time, as I said in our previous video, everything is the playing time. Once he's in a good form like this, I think he will be getting the playing time, to boost his morale, to boost his confidence. Then it's also going to help the entire Chelsea squad. 5 goals, 5-1 against West Ham.
Sam United.
Yeah, it's a good sign. In your next game too, let's see if we'll be able to keep up with the good performance. Sometimes they will start like this, and along the way, if they are not performing, they will need I think the support from their fellow teammates, to do well. But I wish him all the best. He's a good guy. Let's see how he'll be able to probably go far with Chelsea.
Just after the second match day 2 of the Premier League, or second matches of the Premier League, it's like Londoners. The Londoners are taking over of the Premier League table, top of the Premier League table. Meanwhile, the Manchesters are losing out points and also goals in the Premier League so far. So the likes of Arsenal leading the table, Tottenham being second, and Chelsea on the third position after. But even though they are still waiting for Liverpool against Newcastle United tomorrow. So for sure, this is how the table is at this moment. And if you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and your opinions are highly, highly welcome. Ciao. Jack, Jack, Jack.
Oh yeah.